Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a trade business owner, you already know hard work. You're probably running on cold coffee and just sheer willpower most days, right? But here's the thing. Working hard and actually building a business, those are two entirely different things. So today, we're going to look at how disciplined daily routines can turn a chaotic, exhausting service trade business into a predictable, revenue-generating machine. Let's get into it. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The exhausting busy trap. 2. The proactive owner's morning. 3. 3 revenue-generating actions. 4. Time blocking your day. 5. The weekly business review. And finally, 6. Discipline beats fleeting motivation. Okay, let's dive into this. Most struggling business owners don't have a strategy problem. They have a consistency problem. Man, that hits hard, doesn't it? Because as a trade owner, you put in the hours. You mastered your craft. You probably thought the hard part was well behind you. But now, you might get to Friday completely exhausted, but kind of unsure of what you actually built that week. Listen, exhaustion does not equal growth. That feeling of just running yourself into the ground is totally valid, but doing more of the same isn't the fix. We have to change your consistency. You see, there's a really stark contrast between a technician's day and an owner's disciplined day. On one side, it's basically pure, disorganized chaos. Random texts, putting out fires everywhere, disorganized cash flow, just totally reactive effort. But on the other side, it's calm. It's structured. You've got time blocks, clear systems, and that leads to real financial stewardship. You're actually creating an asset. This entire explainer is all about making that specific shift. Part 1. The exhausting busy trap. The busy trap is just so insidious. Think about it. You wake up, immediately check a text from a customer, take a call from a crew member, rush out for a quick supply run, field 3 panicked questions about a missing drill. Maybe you find a stray wrench in the fridge for some reason, and suddenly, boom, it's noon. What did those hours actually produce? Maintenance. Sure, you kept the business running today, but you did absolutely nothing to build it for tomorrow. Your cognitive performance, your absolute best decision-making ability, is highest in the morning. Focus is a finite resource, guys. When you spend your best cognitive hours reacting to everyone else's emergencies, you are quite literally starving your business of growth. Part 2, the proactive owner's morning. And this brilliantly illustrates why the framework you need isn't some fluffy motivational concept. It's structurally designed to prioritize high-level strategy and systems. Look, the contractor who controls the first 2 hours of each day, they control the entire direction of their business. If you want to stop getting to the end of the month and wondering why the numbers didn't move, you absolutely have to protect this morning window before the world starts demanding your attention. Here is exactly how you do it chronologically. Step 1 actually starts the night before. Protect your sleep and write down 3 specific revenue actions for tomorrow. Step 2, hour 1. Hold the line. Seriously, when you wake up, no phone for at least 30 minutes. None. Use this quiet time to review your pipeline and your cash position with completely clear eyes. Then step 3, hour 2. Execute those 3 actions before you answer a single crew text. You have got to break the reactive pattern, and holding the line on your phone usage is the absolute key to making this work. Part 3, 3 revenue-generating actions. The rule here is simple, but honestly, it's a total game changer. You must complete 3 specific actions that actually move the business forward before noon every single day. Most contractors are kind of addicted to being busy, but there is a massive, massive difference between doing necessary work and doing work that actually moves the needle and brings in money. So the crucial point is, what exactly is a revenue-generating action? Well, you have to completely separate true growth from mere maintenance. True growth is calling up a lead that said maybe 2 weeks ago. It's proactive outreach to referral partners. It's doing a strategic pipeline review. Maintenance, on the other hand, is running for supplies, reorganizing the truck for the 3rd time this week, or answering non-urgent crew questions. Look, maintenance is vital for sure, but if you let it, it will expand to consume your entire day. Put an unbreakable wall around your growth time and force that maintenance into the afternoon. Let's break down the math behind what's known as the rule of more. Revenue increases in 4 distinct ways: more leads, a higher close rate, bigger average jobs, and repeat business. If you do outreach, you add leads. If you follow up, you increase your close rate. When you stack these actions daily, you don't just add revenue incrementally, you compound it. It's like a snowball effect. Stacking a 20% lead increase with a 20% higher close rate multiplies your bottom line exponentially. Which leads us directly to this massive number, 700. If you complete just 3 revenue actions before noon every day, you're going to execute over 700 growth-focused actions in a single year. While your competitors are busy driving to the supply house at 8 a.m., you are systematically generating 700 compounding levers of growth. The math is just undeniable here. Show up and let it work. Part 4. Time blocking your day. Think about it like this. If you showed up to a customer's job site without materials, without a sequence of tasks, and without knowing who was doing what, it would be a total disaster, right? So why run your business that way? A disciplined schedule prevents the chaos of just winging it. Time blocking treats your daily calendar with the exact same rigorous respect that you'd give to a complex installation. It protects your most valuable asset, which is your focus. And here is exactly why protecting that focus is so critical. 25. Research actually shows that every single time you switch tasks, say you're jumping from an estimate to answering a really quick crew text, it takes approximately 25 minutes to regain your full cognitive focus on that original task. If you switch tasks 10 times a day, you are literally losing hours of your absolute best thinking. This is the massive hidden cost of a reactive schedule. Let's move to and see how this builds into 4 distinct block types. You need to assign specific work to specific times. Deep work, like estimating and high-level strategy, goes in the morning when your energy is at its absolute peak. Reactive work, like crew coordination, quarantine that to the mid-morning after your deep work is already done. Admin tasks, like invoicing, happen in the afternoon when your cognitive energy naturally drops. And finally, recovery. That's your non-negotiable end-of-day shutdown. Build this template and fiercely protect that deep work block. Part 5. The Weekly Business Review. Success isn't built in days. It's systematically built in weeks. Most contractors operate just one day at a time, without ever really looking up to see the horizon. But we need to transition from just knowing what happened to deeply understanding why it happened. A 30 to 45-minute weekly review puts you firmly back in the driver's seat. It's a deliberate system of checking your data, diagnosing the root causes of any fires, and setting 3 to 5 highly specific, measurable goals for the week ahead. To do that review effectively, you just track these 5 simple key performance indicators. You don't need 50 complex metrics. You literally just need these 5. Cash balance, lead conversion rate, gross margin by job, open invoices, and whether you actually completed your daily revenue actions. Tracking these turns disorganized, stressful cash flow into a predictable, manageable trajectory. You'll know instantly if a lead conversion rate drops below 30%, which immediately signals you need to fix your follow-up. Part 6. Discipline beats fleeting motivation. Now, what's really interesting about this is that the ultimate test is showing up on the hard days. Let's be real, motivation is entirely unreliable. It's fantastic fuel when times are good, but it completely vanishes when a job goes sideways or a key crew member suddenly quits. Discipline, on the other hand, is infrastructure. You build it by designing your environment. Put your phone in another room at night. Load the truck the evening before. Give the crew a morning checklist. When you put physical systems in place, you completely eliminate the need for extreme willpower on those days when you just don't feel like showing up. So I want you to ask yourself honestly right now, am I building or am I just maintaining? When you're in the thick of a really hard day, it is so incredibly tempting to just dive into maintenance work because, well, it feels productive, but it lacks the risk of actual growth. But maintenance will never scale your business. Name it honestly, do it fast, and get back to the hard work of building. We're going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Motivation will fail you. It just will. But systems will not. Tomorrow morning is coming either way. When that alarm goes off, will you grab your phone and instantly become a reactive technician at the mercy of everyone else's emergencies? Or will you hold the line, execute your 3 revenue actions, and step into the role of a disciplined owner? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining us on this explainer, and we'll see you next time.